1, 2, 3, 4!
Good morning, Beatles fans! Hey, this is not a test, this is rock and roll. I saw her standing there. Come on, I mean, really think about it. This is the song you think about when you say a Beatles dance tune. A get up, get out of that seat, absolute rocker. They play it at weddings. I love you, Johnny. I love you too, shotgun. They play it at bar mitzvahs. Muzzle top, Jimmy. Here's your weed and a gravity bong. Hell, I'd wager they play it at an old man's funeral just to see if Weekend at Bernie's was a documentary. I Saw Her Standing There is a song for the ages. It's as rock and roll as it is timeless. Now it's time to rock it from Strawberry Fields all the way to Penny Lane. Hey, is it just me or does that sound like an Elvis movie? Viva, viva Penny Lane. Hey, is it too early to be that loud? Hey, too late. It's 0800. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, it's early. Speaking of early risers, this song is absolutely brimming with youthful romance that I'm sure kicked off its fair share of hot weekends for many generations. This is a song you can put on for someone who absolutely despises the Beatles. Believe me, I know some of them, and I bet you'll catch them tapping their feet. A shaker, a mover, and an all-time rock and roller. Now, from the mouth of Sir Paul McCartney, let's see what this song's all about. I wrote it with John in the front parlor of my house. We sagged off school and wrote it on guitars and a little bit on the piano that I had there. Sometimes we would just start a song from scratch, but one of us would nearly always have a germ of an idea. A title or a rough little thing they were thinking about, and we'd do it. I Saw Her Standing There was my original. I started it and I had the first verse, which therefore gave me the tune, the tempo, and the key. It gave you the subject matter, a lot of the information, and then you had to fill it in. It was co-written, my idea, and we finished it that day. Above all things, I love this time period in the Beatles catalog, where Paul and John would just play at each other. They threw things up on the wall and just saw what stuck. And all those years ago, John still had that acidic wit. We were learning our skill. John would like some of my lines and not others. He liked most of what I did, but there would sometimes be a cringe line such as, she was just 17, she had never been a beauty queen. John thought, beauty queen? Ugh. What should it be? We came up with, you know what I mean, which was good, because you don't know what I mean. As a musician, I absolutely adore Paul's perspective on cringe. Who amongst us haven't written something or made something that we're thinking, is this too cheesy? Like you wanted to write a love song, but all of a sudden it turned out really weird or super creepy, and you're like, back to the drawing board. And speaking about starting things from scratch, Paul McCartney fully admits that the bass line for I Saw Her Standing There was lifted from Chuck Berry's I'm Talking About You.
I'm talking about you. Nobody but you.
No wonder Paul used it. It's fantastic, but the composition is all his. And I think this is something very important for young songwriters to hear. You know how you have that friend or people that you've played your song for, that you've worked on and you've written, and all they have to say is, it's good, but it kind of sounds like this or it kind of sounds like that. There's 4 billion songs on iTunes, probably. It's bound to sound like something. That's not how music works. I played exactly the same notes as he did, and it fitted our number perfectly. Even now, when I tell people about it, I find few of them believe me. Therefore, I maintain that a bass riff doesn't have to be original. I think this might have been one of the first Beatles songs my dad ever played for me, and I'm pretty sure it made me a lifelong fan. See you next week.